This lesson is on the perimeter of regular-sided and irregular-sided polygons. You're going to be able to find the perimeter and you're also going to learn some formulas. So perimeter is simply the distance around a figure. It's kind of like a person's going out for a little walk, and they're walking along here, and they're walking along here, and they're walking along here, and they're walking along here. They're going around the outside. The perimeter means the outside. It's the distance around the outside of an object. Same thing with this one right here. We're just going around the outside, and you would just measure those sides. And usually they will tell you how long one or two of the sides are, and you can figure out the rest. So you simply just would add up all the sides, and we'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. Or you would use a formula, and the formula for a rectangle is perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And the reason why that works is we know that the length is the same size. This side right here is the same size as this, and the width is the same size as the width. So we have perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. With a square, the formula is 4 times the side because all 4 sides are the same. So we have this side is the same as this side, is the same as this side, which is the same as this side. So 4 times s. And so if you know the measure of one side, you can multiply that 4 times 3, and the perimeter of this would be equal to 12. Right? That is the formulas for perimeter. So let's take a look at a couple of objects here. One, we have this rectangle here that it is 5 on this side and it is 6 on this side. So let's take a look at that. And we know that if this is 5 and this side is the same size, this side must be 5. And if this is 6, then we know this side must be 6. And we can add those sides. 5 plus 5 equals 10, or we could just line them all up and add. 5 plus 5 is 10, so I know that's 10. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 10 plus 12 equals 22. Notice how I grouped my sides, so I didn't write 5, 6, 5, 6. I grouped them so that it makes it easier for me to add up. So the perimeter for this figure is 22. Let me show you how you would use the formula. The formula for perimeter is perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So the length, so let's write, here's what we do. We write perimeter equals 2 times blank plus 2 times blank. So we've got our blanks for our variables, and we find out what we have here. Well, 6 is our length, and 5 is our width. So now we do this. An order of operations says you multiply before you add. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 5 is 10. So you do all your multiplication before you do any addition, and now you have 12 plus 10 equals 22. And in this case it says centimeters, so our answer is 22 centimeters. The same as when we added all 4 sides. It should be the same. If it's not, then you made a mistake somewhere. Here we have a triangle. Now there's no formula for a triangle. You simply add up the sides. 6, 7, and 9. You would add those together. 6, 7, and 9. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 plus 9 is 22. So this one here, and it says centimeters, this one here equals centimeters. So there's no formula for this. You just simply add up the sides of your triangle. Here we have a square. It is 2 on this side, and 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and 2 on this side. So we could add that together. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. and 4 plus 4 is 8. So our perimeter here is 8 centimeters. We can also take a look at just one side from this because it is a square. We only need one side, and the formula for the perimeter of a square is perimeter equals 4 times s. So we write that perimeter equals 4 times blank, and we fill in the blank. We know that it is 2. So perimeter equals 4 times 2, which is 8. So the answer is 8 centimeters. And again, we have the same answer no matter how we do it, which is as it should be. So let's take a look at some other figures here. One we said is a rectangle with a length of 5.1 and a width of 7.4. Now probably one of the best ways to do this is to just go ahead and draw your rectangle. So we're going to draw a rectangle, and let's see, let's make our shorter side 5.1. By the way, this is not to scale, and the longer side is 7.4. So we would add up all the sides. We would say this is 5.1, this is 7.4, and we could line up those numbers and add them together. So we have 7.4, 7.4, 5.1, 5.1. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, so that's 0. And put that one, carry our 1 up there. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. So the perimeter around this figure is 25 feet. 25 feet, because we added all these together. Another way to do that is to use the formula for the area of a rectangle. So we have perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width, and so we would perimeter equals 2 times blank plus 2 times blank, and we fill in what we know, 5.1 and 7.4, and we can multiply that. 2 times 5.1, 5.1 times 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. And don't forget, we have one decimal place, so we bring that down. So perimeter equals 10.2 plus, and now we have to do 2. I'll do that over here. 2 times 7.4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 7 is 14. We have a decimal here, 14.8. Now we have to add these together. 14.8 plus 10.2. Line, when you add or subtract decimals, you have to line them up. 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. Don't forget to bring down the decimal. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So it is 25 feet, the same as we got the other way. The next figure is a regular octagon. When something is regular, it means all the sides are the same size. So let's take a look at that, and I've got to find out where I hid my regular octagons at. Well, instead of drawing this one, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take what I know. I know if a square has 4 sides, and the formula for a square, and all sides are equal, then I can say perimeter equals 4 times s. Well, this is an octagon, and it has 8 sides, and I know that they are all the same size, so I can say it is 8 times s, so perimeter equals 8 times 4.6. And if I solve that, then I have my perimeter. Now let's take it up a little bit. We have some sides here that we do not know the length of. We have side x here. Let's take a look at that. We can find what this is, because we know this side right here is 7. And if we take that over here and we extend that out to right here, we see it is the same size as this. And we know what part of that is. We know that this part right here is 4. this distance right here that's not drawn in with a line is 4. Well, 4 plus what equals 7? That must make that 3. Now I can go back in and add all these sides. 5 plus 3 plus 10 plus 4 plus 15 plus 7. And make sure you include all those. Now do not use this 4 because it's over here. You only need to use 4 one time. All this is used for is to help you find this distance right here. You add those together and you can find the distance all the way around this object. We have the same problem over here. We do not know the length of this side right here, but we can find this out. Well, we know this part right here is 12. That's 12. We can write that down. And we know this part right here is 2. And the part that we don't know is this little piece right here. But I want you to notice something. This piece right here is the same as this right here. And we know that that is what? It is 2. So we know that piece there is 2, so we can add that together. And we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. And then 6 plus 1, so it is 16 across. So we have 12, 2, and 2. So let me write that down here. 12, 2, and 2. And if you add those together, that means this whole length right here must equal 16. And if that's 16, since it's the same size as this down here, then this must be 16. So our missing piece we don't know is right here is 16. So we erase all this. We found out our missing piece. Now we have to, in order to find the perimeter, we have to add up all the sides. So you make very carefully that you make sure you write them all down. So that's 3, 12, 2, especially when there's more than one number that's the same. 2, 2, 2, and 3, and don't forget 16, and then you would add all those up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's why you double check, because I put down too many 2s. So we have a 16, we have a 3, we have a 12, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4 2s, and we add up all those sides and again, make sure you're not putting in too many of them. Make sure you're not leaving any of them out. Add them all up and you will know what the perimeter is.